Hello and welcome to The Gathering. The following story I'm about to tell is from a woman we were very fortunate enough to be introduced to through a mutual friend, and the woman's name is Lyn Cinderey. Lyn has a YouTube channel and she's known as the Ghost Lady on YouTube. She also has Facebook, and all her Facebook groups and links and her YouTube channel will be put in the description under the video. Lyn was kind enough to share with us her first experience with an apparition, which led her on the path to her interest and involvement in the world of the paranormal. I'm really excited to tell this first story about Lyn, and hoping that there will be many more to come. Lyn is a published author, and I will go into more detail about that in future updates. While Lyn is no longer active in actual ghost hunting, there is plenty more to know and learn about Lyn Cinderey. My very first full-blown apparition and how my paranormal journey began, by Lyn Cinderey. It was Caesar's nightclub in London. Ruth Ellis, the last woman to be hung in Britain. She worked at Caesar's in 1948 when it was called the Locarno, and now she haunts the club. Ruth Ellis was part of the Soho nightclub scene of the 1950s London. She was a hostess at a nightclub there. In 2000, approximately, I went to Caesar's nightclub and met with other friends that were interested in Most Haunted and the paranormal. We went to see a questions and answers show with the host haunted team and Derek Acora. Caroline, Dale Who, Lisa Woods, Nellie, Nessa, Mitchie Jane, and many more. After the show, the Most Haunted team went and we were all left to do our own investigating around the club. I chose to go up on the balcony above the ballroom with my friend Nikki Lynch. All the lights were turned off except the small emergency lights above the fire doors, so everywhere else was pitch black. I had my camcorder running but couldn't see a thing. It wasn't a very good one, and not being very technical minded, I hoped it would do and at least record any sounds. Nikki was walking just ahead of me and I called out to her. Where was the area Ruth Ellis has been seen? She said just up around the kitchen area. I carried on filming when all of a sudden I came across a doorway that was well lit up and this woman was standing there. I said a few choice words like, "Oh dear, you frightened me." Yeah, right, of course I did. Anyway, you can guess what I really did say. Plus, I also dropped my camcorder, as I was so shocked at seeing her and so clearly. But luckily I did have the strap around my neck, so it was still filming, albeit the floor, but it did record our voices. She put her finger to her lips and she said, "Shh, there's people down there doing a seance." I was still so shocked and said, "What did you say?" She repeated what she had just said, and I said, "Oh, sorry," and I walked off. I never mentioned to Nikki or anyone else what had happened, we carried on walking round and joined other groups doing vigils until the early hours. At 6 a.m. I had to catch the train back to Gloucester. We all said our goodbyes and off I went. When I got home I was exhausted and went straight to bed, where I slept for 15 hours. Yes, 15 hours. When I finally woke up, I immediately remembered about the woman I saw, and I was sweating and started thinking all about what had happened, trying to make some sense of it all. Who was she? Why was it all lit up around her, yet everywhere else was pitch black? Why didn't my friends see her? Was it a trick played on me by other people? Why didn't I tell Nikki, or anyone else for that matter? All these things were going round and round in my head. I rang around everyone I could and asked them if they had played this trick on me. Everyone said, no way, they would not have done that. I asked Nikki, did she see her or hear her? Nikki said no. I again said to Nikki, why on earth didn't I say something to you? Normally anything anyone sees or hears are quick to tell the others, but I never did. The only thing she did say, which made it even creepier to me, was that she had noticed how quiet I had gone, and that is just not like me. Yeah, all those that know me are now nodding their heads, right? Anyway, for months this eluded me. My camcorder had recorded our voices on there, and I sent my tape away to be analysed by experts. The result came back that it was indeed my voice, and a spirit voice. Wow. I described who I saw to several people, and they said it was Ruth Ellis. And the area I saw her was where she used to work. The only rational explanation for me keeping quiet was that I went into what I call a mini shock. My eyes saw her, my ears heard her, yet my mind was not accepting her existence until I had time to rest and take it all in. I will never forget that experience. Again, there will be people that have their own explanations of what happened. Well, that is fine. That is their right. As for me, I was there. They were not.